What's up, YouTube? It's Onion Bomb here, and welcome back to more NFL record predictions for the 2022 season. I am being joined by the whole squad. We got Steven, we got Jimmy, and we got Isaiah. And
why isn't this working? My bad. I was trying to fast forward. That was it, Brenden. That was it. That was my last. That was it.
Yo, that's so foul.
Unpause now. You hit pause by mistake, and it's gonna take a while. Jimmy, when you're here at 1 a.m., just know it's not my fault.
Oh, that's
just
an
know
A+.
It's not my fault.
A+. Kudos, Isaiah.
It's just taking a little bit, you know?
Well, I've been recording for a minute.
Jimmy,
30.
All
Where's
right. No more jokes.
patience? Where's the patience, bro? We've already done the AFC North. Now we're moving on, and now today we're doing the AFC South, being the Titans, Texans, Jaguars, and Colts. And we're going to start with the Tennessee Titans. So without further ado, let's get going on these record predictions. And you know, Isaiah, you've always had some slander for the AFC South. But I think this year I have to agree, because this is a bit mid. Just a little bit mid of a division this year.
Always has been.
Always has been. So I'll start us off with the Titans. This team won the AFC last year.
Nope. Oh, the number one seed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, not the. They
I was like, wait, the Titans went to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, no, that is a weird way to word. Yeah, that was a weird way to word it, but I understood what he was saying, though.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. No more jokes.
Yeah, they got the number. Sorry, I meant they got the number one seed in the AFC last year. They did lose to the team who did win the AFC. They were not first round exit, but second round exit, first playoff game. However, they dealt with a lot of injuries, including Derrick Henry, who's coming back. They lost A.J. Brown to the Eagles. They drafted Traylon Burks to replace him and got Robert Woods. How well is this team gonna do? Let's see. Week 1, I have them winning against the Giants. I think they're better than the Giants. Then week 2, I have them losing to the Bills, then losing to the Raiders, and then losing to the Colts. So 3 L's in a row right there, but they pick it back up a little bit. I have them beating the Commanders. And off the bye week, I have them then beating the Colts, so them splitting with the Colts. But then I have them tweaking to the Texans, losing to the Chiefs, and losing to the Broncos. So keep going on these losing streaks, but I have them getting a pretty good, somewhat of an upset. I think an upset. I have them beating the Packers, but then losing to the Bengals. Can't get their revenge from the playoffs. And then I have them losing to the Eagles as well. Get A.J. Brown showing to them what they lost. I then have them beating the Jaguars, because the Jaguars always stink. I have them losing to the Chargers, and then finishing it off, it's already kind of not good, but they do finish strong on a 3-game win streak, beating the Texans, not getting swept by them, beating the Cowboys, and then beating the Jaguars, sweeping the Jaguars. But, alas, it's probably a disappointing 8-9 record for them. So, definitely a downward year I have for them. Unless this division is really bad, which it might be, they probably aren't winning the division with that.
For my Tennessee Titans, And I mean, I guess shout out to Tennessee, the state. I mean, I just got done being there for almost 2 weeks. Decent state, but unfortunately, I don't have your NFL team going all that way. Fire chicken, so I mean, shout out to that. But not a fire team, at least for this season. So, yeah. So I actually have them start off being the Giants, but it doesn't say much. And then they lose to the Bills, but then they beat the Raiders. They lose to the Colts. I have them losing to the football team. Actually, sorry, the Commanders now. Whatever they're called. And then I have them being the Colts. And I have them being the Texans. Then I have them losing to the Chiefs. Then I have them being the Broncos. Then I have them losing to the Packers and the Bengals. Then I have them beating the Eagles, beating the Jags, losing to the Chargers. And then I have them beating the Texans, beating the Cowboys, then losing it to the Jags. Having them finish off as a record of 9-8. Well, 9-8. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're just like, they lost A.J. Brown. The last 2 seasons, they really haven't gone through the playoffs like they should have. I don't know. I just don't have as much.
They stink.
I mean, there is that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, they really
seems
don't.
like he's on a decline. Like,
yeah, he seems like he's on a decline. I didn't want to say that.
He's definitely not going to get any better.
No, he's not. He is like pushing 30. He's 30 something. I don't know, but yeah. This team. I don't know. I don't see them. I mean, if they get 10 wins, I wouldn't be shocked, but it's going to be somewhere in that range.
You know what? I'll go next. And Steven, honestly, I agree with you. Because we only have 3 different picks. So, week 1, being the Giants, doesn't say much. Week 2, week 3, losing to the Bills and the Raiders. Week 4, losing to the Colts. But I have them being the Commanders. Week 7, I have them beating the Colts. 8, beating the Texans. Week 9, losing to the Chiefs. Week 10, beating the Broncos. Week 11, losing to the Packers. Week 12, losing to the Bengals. Week 13, losing to the Eagles. 14, beating the Jags. 15, losing to the Chargers. And 16, beating the Texans. Then losing to the Cowboys. And finally, last week, beating the Jaguars. So a record of 8-9.
Nice.
All
right. So
I'm going 0-7.
Upon hearing your guys' records, I might be tweaking. So if I'm tweaking, my bad. But my Tennessee Titans, I have them going
Tennessee Titties.
Yeah, the Tennessee Titties. I have them starting off with a loss to the Giants, then losing to the Bills, then losing to the Raiders, then losing to the Colts. All 4 of those teams are just better. They do get a win, though, finally, against the Commanders, right into their bye. So 1-4 at the bye. Shout out to the Titans. And then coming off the bye, losing to the Colts, beating the Texans, losing to the Chiefs, losing to the Broncos, losing to the Packers, beating the Bengals. So they get revenge for their playoff loss. And then losing to the Eagles, beating the Jaguars, losing to the Chargers, beating the Texans, losing to the Cowboys, and then finishing the season with a loss against the Jaguars, giving them a record of 5-12. I'm just like, what is there to be? I guess Derrick Henry can run for 3,000 yards, but other than that, like, what is going on for them? Their defense isn't that good. Their quarterback isn't that good. Their receivers aren't that good. Their line, I think, is okay. You have Derrick Henry, but he's just got hurt. He came back for the playoff game, and what happened? You lost to the Bengals. And they drafted a quarterback. They drafted Ryan Tannehill's replacement. Maybe Malik comes in at some point, but I don't know. And I probably do have. They'll get more wins. They're better than that, but I don't know. They stink. This is what they're like. This is an actual representation of them. Whatever they happen to finish, luck happens, shit happens. Sometimes you end up with more wins than you should. But this is what they are, a 5-12 team. Quarterbacked by a 5-12 quarterback.
Yeah. Ryan doesn't deserve this.
Kirk Cousins would have them in the Super Bowl.
Okay, all right. Let's not lie.
Last year, you put Kirk on that team. They're in the Super. Actually, no, because no Henry.
Let's not spew blasphemy.
It's not blasphemy.
Relax a little
I'm sorry.
We're gonna have to.
I do
crucify
believe
you for
that. I do believe that. All right, so
Your next favorite team.
yeah, for my next favorite team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the team that honestly, I'm jacking cost the Steelers a ring. I'm still on that. Unbelievable. So for this year, I have them starting out with a loss to the Commanders, then a loss against the Colts, then a loss against the Chargers, and then a loss against the Eagles. So that's 0-4. But they get a win against the Texans, lose to the Colts, lose to the Giants, beat the Broncos, huge win. Shit happens. Lose to the Raiders, lose to the Chiefs, lose to the Ravens, but then they finish the season strong. They beat the Lions. Okay, I lied. They lose to the Titans and lose to the Cowboys, but they end on a 3-game win streak against the Jets, Texans, and Titans for a record of 6-11, so better than the Titans by a game. I just think this team, they got more upside. They got some young talent, man.
That's kind of crazy.
6-11, Trevor Lawrence, man. You guys seen him?
Oh, I saw him.
Looking great.
Maybe that.
They got rid of what's his name? They got rid of Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow.
The best head coach in the league.
They got Doug Peterson now.
Yeah.
It's a Super Bowl champion. I mean, come on.
Oh,
That's a coach.
yo, you.
Eight.
Yo.
Is he not a coach? That's a coach.
Bro, we gotta go back to the witch trials, bro. We gotta put this guy on trial for being a witch.
Whatever. 6-11. That's not. That's still terrible, but it's good for them.
That is good for them. All right, Jimbo. Let's hear your blasphemy.
All right, it's pretty bad, but so I have the Jaguars beating the Commanders week 1, but it gets rough for them. They lose to the Colts, Chargers, Eagles, Texans, and Colts, so they lost 5 straight. Then they beat the Giants. Then they lose to the Broncos, Raiders, Chiefs, and Ravens. Week 13, they lose to the Lions. They lose to the Texans, lose to the Cowboys, lose to the Jets, lose to the Texans, and lose to the Titans for a record of 2-15. I do not believe in
last year.
Makes sense.
I just don't believe in them.
If they get 2 wins this year, they gotta disable the franchise. They gotta just give it up. Because what is that? 4 straight years of under 3 wins.
I can see him sneaking up 4 or 5 wins max, but
there's a couple of teams that need to just disband.
But this is bad. They stink.
I mean,
they are number 1 pick bad every year.
Them and the Jets.
Yeah, they're around that too.
But the Jets at least have a little bit of legacy. Joe Namath, Super Bowl. I mean, Jaguars have no legacy. What's their legacy? Getting 1 good season on the Steelers?
2017. Yo, we've been giving teams whole legacies.
Yeah,
them and the Browns.
Where the Jets at this next season?
That's crazy. Your legacy is having 1 good year going to the AFC Championship. That's your legacy. That's crazy. All right. Well, speaking of stinking, let's get their record rolling for me. So I got them started off losing to the Commanders. I think I said whatever the fuck they're called. Then we got them losing to the Colts, losing to the Chargers, losing to the Eagles. But then they beat their really competitive rival, the Texans. And then they lose to the Colts again, lose to the Giants. Just like Isaiah, I have them beating... Oh, wait, was it Isaiah? Or was it Jimmy? I think it was Isaiah. I have them beating the Broncos.
No,
then I have them... It was you, okay. And then I have them losing to the Raiders, losing to the Chiefs, losing to the Ravens, losing to the Lions, losing to the Titans, losing to the Cowboys. But then I got them, finishing off the season semi-strong. I got them beating the Jets, but then losing to Texans again. Those damn Texans, man. I mean, they're kind of wilding out. And then they finish off the season strongly with a win against the Titans, giving them a 4-13 record. Better than last year. They get an extra win. Shout out to Trevor Lawrence. putting in the pain.
Christian Kirk too, $80 million receiver.
Wait, is he actually $80 million?
Yeah. I mean, that's what his contract is. Christian Kirk is literally the reason why receivers are getting paid every other day right now. No offense to him, like shout out to him and his agent because he got bread. But
his agent
like
his agent needs to get like half of that.
All right, I'll give the Clan Town record.
There we go.
I'm weak.
I have them week 1 losing to the Commanders, but week 2 getting a nice upset. I have them beating the Colts
Again.
Yeah, at Jacksonville for I think that's gonna be the 9th or 10th year in a row. I don't know. Colts just struggle in Jacksonville, even when they need to make the playoffs. That whole game is probably the only reason why they moved off Went so fast because that was insane. I have them losing to the Chargers and losing to the Eagles, but then I have them beating the Texans at home. But then losing it to the Colts. I don't think they're gonna sweep them. And I have them beating the Giants. And then it's just I have them losing to the Broncos, losing to the Raiders, losing to the Chiefs, coming off the bye week, losing to the Ravens, losing to the Lions, losing to the Titans, losing to the Cowboys, losing to the Jets, losing to the Texans, splitting with them, and getting swept by the Titans, losing the last game. I have them at a record of 3-14. So I don't have.
Oh my god.
Listen, Trevor Lawrence played good that last game, but
that last game?
He really isn't looking good. Other than that, hopefully
who knows? He could be the Josh Allen. He could come back.
He could be. I hope he does because
I think they just suck. I think if he was on a better team, he would look better. Yeah, I think he's just left for dead. But I'm not gonna hold on. I'm sorry, but players got to start holding out. Players got to start Eli Manning this shit because we can't keep letting this happen.
Yeah, that's right. Eli Manning tried to set the trend and no one.
Nah, I'm not going. You guys are trash. Trevor Lawrence, he knew he was gonna be number 1 for 4 years in advance. Come on. And you know what the best part about this division is?
What?
We get to just do it again with the Texans. Whatever you just said, get ready to say it again. This place stinks, bro. Why? That's what I'm saying.
Do we do the Texans next, or do we?
Yeah, let's get it out of the way. Let's get copycat out of the way.
All right, the team that has the mid-off with the Jags. We have the Texans.
Did you just say the mid-off?
The mid-off.
Oh,
The
wow.
mid-off.
There is a mid-off.
Crazy.
A mid-off is giving them a compliment. Let's not do that.
Alright, my Texans record. Old Davy Mills getting his opportunity. I have them starting it off with an L against the Colts. I have them losing to the Broncos, losing to the Bears, losing to the Chargers, losing to the Jaguars. Off the bye week. Also off their bye week is the Raiders. I have them losing to the Raiders. But, we have a nifty 3-game win streak here. Getting upsets against the Titans, then an upset against the Eagles, and then they beat the Giants. But then, losing to the Commanders, losing to the Dolphins, losing to the Browns, losing to the Cowboys, losing to the Chiefs, losing to the Titans, but again with a little streak, finishing off the season with a 2-game win streak. I have them beating the Jags and beating the Colts at the very end of the season for a record of 5-12.
Pretty good.
I'm going to keep it a buck. I ain't going to waste my breath with these fools. I got them winning in Week 9 against the Eagles, and I got them winning in Week 17 against the Jags. June 15 record.
Damn.
Oh, that's wow. Almost bad. Wow. For me, I have them losing to the Colts, losing to the Broncos, losing to the Bears, losing to the Chargers, beating the Jaguars, losing to the Raiders, losing to the Titans, beating the Eagles, beating the Giants, losing to the Commanders, losing to the Dolphins, losing to the Browns, losing to the Cowboys, losing to the Chiefs, losing to the Titans, beating the Jaguars, and losing to the Colts for a record of 4-13. Pretty trash.
Well, like Steven, I'm not going to waste my time either. I have them beating the Cleveland Browns in Week 13, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's Davis Mills, and is Brandon Cook still there?
Yeah, Brandon Cooks.
Yeah.
Still there.
Nice.
Fantasy
It'll be
demon, low key.
fantasy demon. You know, they'll have great fantasy football years, but I fear that Davis Mills will become traded Mills, and they will draft a new quarterback in the next year and restart again.
So Week 13,
They're gonna restart their restart. Yeah, Week 13. You know, they get their get back against Deshaun. That's it though.
Respect them. 1-16.
Yeah. Shout out to the Texans, man. I'm probably sleeping on you. You'll probably get 3. Next up, we have the best team.
Who knows? They could have a crazy season and get 5 wins. I don't know.
I think that's what Brenden had going on.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Brenden went pretty crazy.
Kind of like the Bengals last year.
No bold prediction.
They don't deserve this. So for my Colts, I have them starting out the season with 2 wins against the Texans and the Jaguars, but then losing to the Chiefs, beating the Titans. I don't know why I keep saying Titans like that. Titans. Losing to the Broncos, beating the Jaguars, beating the Titans, beating the Commanders, losing to the Patriots, losing to the Raiders, losing to the Eagles, losing to the Steelers, beating the Cowboys, beating the Vikings, losing to the Chargers, losing to the Giants, and then beating the Texans, giving them a record of 8-9.
Wow.
Mid. They're just mid, bro. Like, they're just mid. What do you want me to say? They swept their division, though.
Well,
So that's 6 of their 8 wins.
you want like mine then? Because I'll keep it nice and clean.
You got Jonathan
I have
Taylor.
Losing to the Chiefs, Titans, Raiders, and Cowboys for a record of 13-4.
What do they be doing to get this respect? Tell me. What do they do?
I think they got the quarterback now. They got the running back. I think they have a decent to okay receiving core. They got a good defense. I think they got it.
Okay.
They got it.
This is what gets me mad about this is why I go so hard on this shit, because you have people out here saying that they're gonna go 13-4 because they got Matt Ryan. What are you talking about?
Matt Ryan, who's as old as a
No disrespect to Matt. They didn't get Tom Brady. Like, bro,
Matt Ryan is as old as an Egyptian pharaoh. Like, I'm not hearing it.
He got
Matt
it.
Ryan,
He got it. They can do it.
To 13-4.
Yep.
After missing the playoffs because they couldn't win against the Jaguars in the last week of the season.
I think they can win 4 more games with fucking Matt Ryan. 4-3, whatever it was.
All right. Well,
I mean, I guess whatever.
That was pretty high. I mean, I'm not. I mean, type blasphemy. Not really gonna go 100% on it because I'll just hear me out for a sec. All right. So I got them. All right. So week 1, I got them beating the Texans. Then I got them beating the Jags. Then I have them losing to the Chiefs. I have them beating the Titans. Then I have them beating the Broncos. Then beating the Jags, but then losing to the Titans. Then I have them beating the Commanders. God, they're annoying. Now I have them losing to the Patriots, losing to the Raiders. I have them beating the Eagles, but then I have them losing to the Steelers, losing to the Cowboys, losing to the Vikings. Then I have them finishing off pretty strong, beating the Chargers, beating the Giants, beating the Texans for a record of 10-7. So I mean, kind of in between Isaiah and Jimmy. I don't think they're going to go crazy like 13 wins, but I don't think they're going to go like, below 500. I mean, they might. I don't know. But they're definitely – there's a bigger chance that they'll go below 500 than getting 13 wins by far. They are, but they're like, they're maybe like a half a notch above mid.
It really doesn't. It honestly doesn't. They can go 1-15. They can go 13-4. Either way, it doesn't matter. If Indianapolis is a good team, does anything change?
Yeah,
Does ESPN post about them more? No, they don't. They never win the Super Bowl.
They did it with Peyton Manning. What are you talking about?
Once.
For my Colts record,
is it mid?
I have it's not mid, but it's definitely not like anything crazy. It's close to mid. Honestly, Steven, it might be what you're describing, like a half a notch above mid, but like, yeah, you'll see. I have them beating the Texans week 1, but losing to the Jags again week 2. Then losing to the Chiefs, but then beating the Titans, beating the Broncos, and beating the Jaguars, not getting swept. And also not going to sweep the Titans, as I have them losing to the Titans. I also have them losing to the Commanders and losing to the Patriots, but I have them beating the Raiders and beating the Eagles, but then I have them losing to the Steelers. Then beating the Cowboys, and off the bye week, I have them beating the Vikings, but then losing to the Chargers, beating the Giants, and then losing it to the Texans the very last week. I have them at a record of 9-8.
So it goes 8, 9, 10, 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy, you went crazy.
Yeah, I believe in them.
They do have Jonathan Taylor. He's very good.
This is the best team in the AFC South. Even if my record
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Provided, I think the Colts are a pretty good team. It's just that they're prone to some tweakage.
It's like saying the best fucking item at a restaurant is the water. The best team in the AFC South.
Water can be good sometimes. It's refreshing.
That is true. Water do be killing it.
But like, bro, that's your top item.
Bro, compared to them to water.
Imagine advertising the water at the West.
That's gotta be that's the play. You know what? That would go crazy on social media.
Alright, for my AFC South complete standings, I have the Colts winning this division at 9-8. Not too much. I didn't run away with this division by any means, because in second place I have the Titans at 8-9. Stacked AFC, so not good for making the playoffs, but maybe. And then I have the Texans in third place at 5-12, and the Jaguars in last place. Also, last place in the AFC with 3-14. So yeah, those guys aren't gonna make the playoffs. Titans maybe, and the Colts got a ticket for winning the division. But I do have a kind of a close race. I gave the Colts the edge because I think they're definitely the better team.
All right, so I have Restaurant Water taking the division at 10-7, with them also having a division record of 5-1. Then I have the Titans, second place, 9-8, division record 4-2. Then the Jags, 4-13, division record 2-4, and then the Texans, 2-15, division record 1-5. So, yeah, just AFC South stuff, man. I don't know. Not much else to say.
All right. I have the Colts winning the division, 13-4. Titans coming in second with 8-9. Texans 4-13. And for the Jaguars, 2-15. Sell the franchise.
For mine, I have the Colts winning the division at 8-9 with a division record of 6-0. In second place, we have the Jaguars at 6-11 with a division record of 3-3. Third place, the Titans at 5-12, also 3-3 in the division, and then the Texans 1-16, 0-6 in the division.
You second. Imagine going 6-11 and finishing second place.
The Jaguars, man, it's their year.
That's crazy because I have the Browns going 6-11 and they're last in their division.
Shout out to the Browns.
No, stop with all these shout outs.
Do not shout out the Browns.
With this division, the AFC South, like, everyone's pretty much got a ceiling. Like, maybe the Colts don't have... I mean, the Colts still have a ceiling. But pretty much everyone has a ceiling in this division. No one has a fucking basement. No one has a basement. I mean, these teams could just all plummet to the bottom, which is crazy.
That's good,
Yeah,
because
like...
if it rains, like...
Oh my
won't
god.
get wet, or, like, they're prone to flooding.
Like, unrelated. That's definitely unrelated, mostly. But I always notice that, like, Brenden and Jimmy don't give their division records, and Isaiah and I do. That's pretty funny.
What do you mean?
Like, at the end, like, I've just noticed, like, every time, like, I don't really care. I'm just like, that's just something I've noticed. Like, that, like, you guys won't give, like, the team's division records, but, like, Isaiah and I will.
I can start doing that. I always forget.
No, I don't care. I wasn't making a big deal. I was just saying, like, that's just something
No. I'll do it. Like, damn. Like, if you're gonna, like, I'll do it.
We're
We can
taking
calm
my shit out of
down.
my contract. That's crazy.
Alright, guys, that's gonna do it for AFC South predictions. Tell us what you think. Was anyone too high? Was anyone too low?
I don't think anyone was too low.
Did we hit it just right? Let us know. Next time we'll be doing the AFC East and then going from there like we always do. If you missed our AFC North video, make sure you check that out. For now, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like or dislike, subscribe or don't subscribe. You know it's always up to you. And we'll see you guys in the next video you watch of us. Goodbye.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I'll make mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies